Good morning. This is Larry McMillan with the stock market update on Tuesday, February 20th. So I hope you had a good 3-day holiday weekend, President's holiday. But now we're back to work, and sometimes after a 3-day weekend, the market exhibits some, counter forces, both up and down. So right now, this morning, we're seeing the market sell off, but that probably won't last. Last week we had that big down day with the CPI number, and then we bounced back from that, came all the way back to the highs, and now we're kind of backing away from that again. So there is some resistance up there around 50.40 roughly on the S&P. But the overall S&P chart is still bullish. I mean, we've come up 1,000 points since last October, which is a tremendous distance, and so we would expect a correction of some sort. But right now, we're not seeing the sell signals that would indicate the correction is ready to begin, at least immediately. In terms of equity-only put-call ratios, those are still declining, and that's bullish for stocks. The weighted ratio is at its lowest levels since November of 2021. Breadth of the market has been decent. I wouldn't say great. When the market is making new all-time highs, breadth was barely positive, but it's still positive enough to keep us on buy signals regarding our oscillators. With today's sell-off, that might change a little bit, but the oscillator signals have been subject to some pretty severe whipsaws in the past several months. A more consistent indicator has been new highs versus new lows. That remains quite bullish right now. Again, on Thursday and Friday of last week, there were more than 200 new highs than new lows on both Thursday and Friday on the New York Stock Exchange, that is. A little bit different on NASDAQ. The VIX has maintained a very low profile. It spiked up one day, the day the market sold off, and it went right back down again. So at this point in time, VIX is still benign. It's still positive for stocks. The danger signs would be, of course, if VIX were to rise above its 200-day moving average. It did that for one day. That hardly constitutes a sell signal. And that did for briefly knock out the trend of VIX buy signal, but that's been reestablished. And there's also a VIX spike peak buy signal in place right now as well. So overall, we're still maintaining our core bullish position. We will trade other confirmed signals around that. And right now, most of the sell signals have not really confirmed yet. So we'll see what happens in the short term here. We're still in February. February has been a negative month for stocks, 5 of the last 7 years, maybe even a little more than that, but not so much this year. In any case, I invite you to visit our website where we discuss these things daily, and we are offering some specials on some of our more highly priced newsletters. Meanwhile, have a great week trading.